Hi everyone, it's Phil here. It's been a while since I've put up a video, but I just wanted to do a very quick update on what's been happening to my sites and my other projects in September. Now, just like you guys, I have been affected by what Google have been doing to try and improve their service, and that's what we're going to talk about right now. So before we begin, let me just give you a very quick summary of who I am and what I've been trying to do on this channel. Since about 2019, I have been trying to build an online income to replace my full-time income with projects like this, like building websites and YouTube. And it's not been going too well, as some of my regular viewers have seen. So I'm going to be telling you about 5 different websites that I have, and also a YouTube channel that have made me, in the month of September 2022, $1,661.78. So let's talk about the traffic, let's talk about where that money is coming from exactly, and if you stay until the end, you're going to see what happens when you really slug it out for a number of years and finally start seeing success in the most unusual of places. So let's turn to the traffic for the site. So if we look at site 1, we can see that back in September, it got just 12,441 views. And compared to the month of August, we're up by about 8% here. I think this site is fairly steady with traffic over the last couple of months. I mean, it's not really a lot of traffic, but it seems to be holding fairly steady. It's not been hit too much by all these updates, but it's not been improved at all. So if we look quickly at the Google Analytics, let's go through it. So site 1, you can see the stats here. Average position about 26.4. And if we compare that to August, you can see, yeah, the numbers are going up here. And you guys can probably hear in the background, there's people knocking on the door and singing and stuff. It's my daughter playing. So this is my life now. If we look at site 2, which is in the wedding niche, it hasn't been touched for like over a year. It's only ever had the 34 articles on it. But again, it's got about 2,500 views here. And if we look compared to August, it had a slight increase at the end of August, a little bump at the end around the 29th of August. So I think that's why it's telling me it's about 13% down. But again, it's looking fairly steady. If we look at site 2, this is the one in the wedding niche, it's not doing as well. The average position is about 35.1. And you can see compared to August, it looks like, yeah, generally the numbers are going down, impressions, clicks, everything. It's definitely been hit in the SERP. If we look at site 3, this was always the website that seemed to have the most traffic compared to the 3 original sites I set up under the Project 24 system. But this has just been progressively hit by algorithm updates. It has been since about November 2021. And you can see that again, it's just slowly going down over September. It only got 29,000 views. This was a site that was getting at least 40,000 views just a year ago. But yeah, again, I haven't really touched it, to be honest, in recent months, and that's probably why. And if we look compared to August, it was up a little bit by about 1%. So site 3, we can see got a massive hit around sort of, well, it was doing well until about the 11th of September. Had a bit of a peak around the 19th, and then it seems to have fallen away there. But if we compare it to August, the clicks were up in September, but the impressions were down. If we look at the average position, that's also up in September. So this is a bit of a weird site. It's changing around a lot. It's definitely being affected by certain things here. So there's a couple of other sites that I have. I've a couple that I bought, some that I've built, some projects that didn't really get off the ground too much. One of them was Best Man's Best Man. This is a site I've bought over 2 years ago now. And it's only got about 1,300 views. And this has been hit recently by some of the updates. If you compare that to August, it's down by about 20%. And you can see clearly Best Man's Best Man is getting really mullered in the SERP here. It's definitely going down, the trend here. Not doing very well. Again, I've never ever actually touched this site. I've never done anything to it. It was just holding steady for a number of years. And you can see the clear comparison here between August and September. So another site that I started about a year ago, I spoke about this in a recent update video. This is site 4. It's got 8,000 views in September, but this has also been hit recently by the updates. It's down by about 14% here, it's saying. But of course, we've got to remember that we're comparing 30 days to 31 days, so maybe that's also throwing off the figures a little bit. But this has definitely not been growing as well as it was about 3 or 4 months ago. So if we look at site 4, the one that was doing really well out of the blue, it had a really nice hockey stick effect, and it's again, the trend is going down, although the average position seems to be quite good, 16.2. The clicks and everything are just going down, and you can see there's definitely a bit of a difference. It's not as extreme as maybe some of the other sites, but there's definitely a difference between the Google Search Console data here between August and September. Then we've got the little 9 article website here, shortisans.com, which was just a bit of a weekend kind of fancy, I suppose, and it's only got 1,200 views. This has definitely been hit a little bit by algorithm updates. It's down only by about 1% since August, but it used to get a lot more traffic, well, relatively a lot more traffic before. It's not doing as well, but again, it's only got 9 articles on it. And then we've got Shortisans. It just goes up and down all over the place, and you can see it's been affected since August for sure. So first of all, let's look at Amazon and just compare from August, where it only got $71.71, and this is all of the sites, everything that's been that's using Amazon affiliate, which is just, it's terrible, really, isn't it? And in the month of September, we got $74.69 from Amazon alone. So it's up by, what, $3? Nothing really that special, but that's Amazon for all sites. So if we look at Ezoic, overall, for all of the sites, Ezoic is made about $541. And that's broken down to about $108 of that is from mediation, so through AdSense. And then I'm getting $291 or so from just Ezoic, basic Ezoic, and then $140 from the premium. So with this, you've got to imagine $541, and I'm paying either 44 or 110. I can't quite remember. So that's not money in my pocket entirely. So if we do a quick breakdown, site 3 earned the most, basically got $245. It was always been kind of the biggest earner. Site 4, which is the one that's grown fairly quickly without me touching it too much, that made $152 or so. And then site 1 got about $90 in ads. Site 2, the one in the weddings niche, made about $43. Best Man's Best Man made just shy of $2 in a month, and Shortisans.com made about $6, just shy of $7. And then there's one other website that's not really worth talking about. It only made like 85 cents. So yeah, really not earning a lot through ads here. So of the $1,600 or so, I've worked out that about 77% of that is coming through ads, and about 22% of that is coming through affiliate. And I'm getting, for site 3, sometimes I get a fairly juicy affiliate, which is worth about $150. It can be more, depends on how many clicks I get. But then a lot of the affiliate commissions that I get are either through this channel, Passive Income Phil. I'm not really using more than Amazon Associates for a lot of the sites. So it's really very ad driven, which is, when you get hit by the algorithms and your traffic drops, of course, it just ruins your revenue. But if you've been following this channel, you know that in the last couple of months, there's been a big change. A lot of my effort and my revenues coming from a new source. It's a YouTube channel. So I managed to put out about 5 videos in September. And what I did was just to follow the course in Project 24. I had already drafted all my videos. I really kind of tried to model what was working within the industry, and try not to directly copy what people were doing, like their content, but copy the video formats. That's what I really tried to do, to align myself with the audience that they had, to show YouTube that, okay, I'm trying to target the same audience. And you can see that from going from about August 1st, I got 43 views the whole day. And then starting from September, I was getting about 200 views. By the mid-September, a couple of my videos got picked up, 17,000 views. And on the last day of September here, I got 30,000 views in one day, and it really picked up. This meant that from going from about 800 watch hours or something like that, I was able to get 32,000, nearly 33,000 watch hours just in the August to September period. And in fact, in September alone, I got 32,000 watch hours. I gained another nearly 2,000 subs, and this channel made me $535. So for September, the RPM is terrible. I wasn't even making an RPM of $2. I suppose in a way it's amazing that I made that much money from such a terrible RPM, but also imagine if it was just $5 or something like that, I would have made a lot more. So basically what we're saying here is that a YouTube channel that I thought was dead, I only put out 5 videos in a month, it's made more money for me than about 5 websites with nearly 300 articles on them, all those hours of work. Yeah, I mean, I'm starting to believe that YouTube might be the way to go for some people. So basically, almost half of that income, the $1,600 of September, is coming from this new YouTube channel, which is not that new, but it's suddenly got success. And I think this is where I'm going to put all of my efforts in future. Now, I'm sitting here talking about September, but it's almost the end of October, and I already know what's happened. So really do come and watch the next update, because it's going to blow your mind. And I think finally, after years of watching this, for some of you, you're going to get your reward. I'll see you in that video.